Hey everybody, welcome to the fifth and final installment of Water Polo Canada's webinar series, tonight focusing on physical preparation. As you can see, I am not at home in front of my laptop. I am currently at the INS in their gym facility, so Nico here can provide a live demonstration.
Hi everybody.
A couple quick notes. The Wi-Fi is spotty. So we are recording this locally on our end. So if it cuts out and you can't really make sense of it, just know that we will be uploading a cleaner version after the fact to make up for that. The microphone setup that we had planned on using didn't really work out either. We're making do with what we got. So if you can't hear us well, let me know in the chat and I'll figure out something to fix it. Finally, as always, si vous avez les questions de la session, tu peux demander en anglais ou en français. On va répondre dans la langue que tu as choisie. And finally, a big thanks to Nico, the INS, and all the other IST providers here who have helped us out. So without further ado, Nico, it's over to you.
Yeah, the topic today is to ask about the prevention for shoulder and prevention for hips. We will start with the shoulder part. The idea is explain you some progression of exercise and to understand the necessity to have a good mobility for shoulder and trunk. And after include some stability exercise for shoulder and stability exercise with more core exercise. At the end, how to build more the strength for the shoulder. After that, we will pass to the hip prevention. Is more complicated for hips. You use a lot of your legs on the water, and you need to improve that. And for that, I show you some exercise. The first part is the mobility part for hips. The second part is the strength. Each time, I will show you a stretch part and a strength part. When I stretch is the antagonist, for example, the glutes, and I will stretch the adductor. And is the opposite side each time. I stretch one side, I strengthen the other side. The other page is hip extension with external rotation, hip flexor with internal rotation, and hip extension with hip flexor. And the last is hip adductor with hip abductor. I will start now for the first with the mobility trunk for shoulder. I will go on the stage. First exercise is used with the roll. It's the mobility exercise for the trunk. You go on this position, you put the hand on the neck, and you go on the roll. The idea is open the thoracic, push on the back, come back, breathe, go on the back, breathe, go on the back, breathe. You do that 10 times. Slowly is a mobility exercise, and you need time to improve the mobility of the trunk. Second exercise is a trunk rotation, but on the other side. I start on this position and I keep my hand on the floor and I come back. My hips don't move. I look my hand, I do the rotation, and I come back. Okay, I will do just one side each time to show you the exercise. I don't do both sides because we don't have a lot of time, but you understand, I do just one side. Second exercise is trunk rotation 2 with more stretching with the shoulder on the anterior fat. Rotation, I touch my leg up on the ground and I come back. I wish you have more mobility than me. Each time you need to stay 3 to 5 seconds stretching and changing the position to improve the mobility. Other exercise is for the deltoid. From this position, deltoid on the ground, and you just turn the trunk in position, and you come back. And you breathe when you stretch. Last time. Okay. We have made mobility to stretch the upper body on this side, to stretch the deltoid. Now we will do some mobility for shoulder. You can do that in front of the wall. Okay? In front of wall. The toes touch the wall is here, and I can start to go straight, and I push my hand on the back. I don't use my back, I don't want that. Okay, I go overhead, and I push on the back, my thumbs on the back, and I relax, and I come back. 1, 2, 3, and I relax. I can continue with some mobility W exercise. I breathe. When I go down, I go up. Okay. And the last exercise is a stretch. On the left. This position, stretching. And I can change on the side. I cross my leg. Look, I cross my leg. Okay.
Hey Nico, it's cutting out too bad, so we're going to cut the stream now. We're going to keep going. You can hear my voice, you can't see me. We're going to keep going and record this and post it onto our YouTube. So thanks for tuning in. If you were tuning in, look for the posting after the fact.
See you.
To continue it.
We continue, and the second part is more stability for shoulder with more core stability. First exercise is this position is the shoulder push-up, scap push-up. Go on the ground, I push on the ground. Go on the ground, push on the ground. I maintain the core, I don't want to see that or that. I stay straight. Not a good position. Second exercise for shoulder. Up. I push up. I can use that. It's a yoga box, or I can use the plate. The idea is pushing on the ground. Position, I push 1, 2, 3, and I relax. I push 1, 2, 3, relax. Last one, 1, 2, 3, relax. Okay. Next one is the overhead press. You can use a band from the ground or barbell, like this, with a shrug overhead, and I go down. Shrug, and I go down. Shrug, and I go down. Okay. Each time 10 reps. You can do that on cycle. One exercise after one exercise with 2 sets, for example. The other exercise is like a pull-up. You put the gun on the rack, tack, catch the gun. If you can do on the pull-up bar, it's okay, it's the same. I start up like this. I pull just with the shoulder. I don't use the elbow. Shoulder down. Shoulder down. Like this. The other exercise is the opposite. I do the shrug with the shoulder, like this, like this. I go up with my shoulder. Okay, and the last one, I'm just using my shoulder, and I fix the shoulder, I fix the scapula, and I come back, like this. You don't need bands with a lot of resistance. Just light bands to start, and after you can increase the resistance, but at the beginning it's very light. We can pass to the stability on different direction. You can do on the wall or you can do on the ground. On the ground is easy. We will do W exercise, T, L, E break. Okay? Tack, 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 tack. And then you continue. Break, W, T, L. And you can do E, break, W, T, L. Okay? This improves the stability of shoulder on the posterior part to help you to fix the shoulder. You don't have every time the shoulder on this position. To have a good position like this and not like this. Second exercise is a tap shoulder with more hand stability. This position, I touch my shoulder and I come back. Maintain the hips parallel to the ground. I don't want to see that. Okay? Maintain the shoulder on a good position. Okay. Now we can start with the plank exercise. Plank exercise. Same exercise. You maintain the core and you push with your elbow on the ground. You push on the ground, maintain the position. 20 seconds, for example. You can stay like this. Other exercise is a side plank exercise. This position, I push on the ground, strong. I stay straight. Don't want to see people like this or like this. Very straight. Don't look on the front. Okay. And the evolution of the exercise is with the weight. I use the weight with the other arms. I start on this position, push on the ground, and I maintain the position. 1, 2, 3, and I come back. And I go 1, 2, 3. I'm shaking. It's good. Good exercise. Okay. Finish. For the stability part, we can go on the strength part. You do every time external rotation and internal rotation during your practice or before you practice on the water. It's very important to know the shoulder needs to be on the neutral position, not too on the front, not too on the back, just neutral position. And your elbow close to the body. Okay, if I start with the external rotation, I go on the external position, and I control when I come back. I don't want that. Okay, I work both directions, concentric and eccentric position. Concentric, eccentric position. Okay, slowly. Okay, I don't want that. Or have compensation with the body. Stay straight, move, control. Okay. We have made external rotation. Now we can do internal rotation. It's the same position, neutral position for the shoulder, internal position, and I control. Not too high, and I control. I don't want that. Okay? Stay, shoulder in the good position. And the distance between the elbow and the body is every time the same. Not too close, not too long, not too far. Back. The other exercise is fly, reverse fly. I open, I stay, 1, 2, 3. I fix my back. I use my abs to maintain the core. I don't want to push on the back like this. I stay very straight. Okay. Other exercise is the face pull. This position. You can split your leg and come back. Thumbs on the back. Okay. Side lateral raise with bands. I breathe. Okay. Now we can use the plates. For all direction, we have worked on this direction, all direction. Now we can combine all direction with rotation. This position, rotation, the plate around the head. 10 reps, one side, 10 reps on the side. Close to the head, not too high, like this. Okay? You can start with 5 kilo and increase to 10, 15, 20. Last exercise is more complicated. You need to work the external rotation on the back. It's the problem with water polo players. You can use little dumbbell, this position, keep the position, don't fix the legs, and you do rotation, external rotation. 1, 2, 3, and you go down. 1, 2, 3, you go down. You can improve the weight. I don't have a lot, 2 pounds, okay? You can go progressively to increase. Most important is the control of the movement and maintain the shoulder on the good position. Not on the front, not on the back, on the neutral position. We are finished with the shoulder part. We will go on the hips position, hips part. For the hip part, I explained just before, we will stretch the agonist part and strengthen the antagonist, the opposite part. Okay? For that, we start just before with mobility exercise. You can do that on the side of the pool. It's easy. First exercise is rotation, hips rotation. I push. I do rotation, attack. Do big cycle with my knee, and I can do the same on the wall. Start from this position, come up, up. The knee can go more high and come back. And I maintain the position of the track. First exercise for mobility, Second exercise is more on the ground. Is the 90-90 degree. Stay on this position. I think you are better than me. You need to change the position, open your knee, and move. Stay high, and come back. Transition, change position. Transition, change position. At the end, you don't need to use your arms. If you don't use the arms, it's better. Tack, and tack. Okay. Second exercise is the front position. You open your knee like this. You go on the ground, and you push on the back to stretch your adductor. You push on the back. Okay. We finish the part with the stretching and mobility position. After that, we can start the strength situation. First is we need to improve the mobility of the psoas, the hip mobility. You can do stretching, push on the front, relax this position. You can use a bench like you can see on the PowerPoint. I use a bench too to put my leg more high. You need to push on this side. And you can combine this exercise with some massage on the hip flexor, like this. You can stay on the hip flexor, doing this kind of work. During 20 seconds, change the side. After that, we have more mobility to go more on the extension, and now we can work on the opposite side. First exercise is the hip bridge. We contract the glutes, and we push on the ground to go up. I contract, I stay, 1, 2, and I go down. This is the level 1. The level 2 is with one leg. This position, I push on the ground, and I go up. Level 2, and the level 3, I can use my dumbbell on my hips, like this, catch my dumbbell, and I go up. Okay, level 3. This is first part of the hip strength. Second part, we need to improve the mobility on the external rotation. You can go on the bench, push on the knee, stay straight and go down. Stretch the glutes part. I do both legs. I can do some massage like this, some massage on the glutes, or like this. Okay, when he's okay, I go on the ground. Like this, and I do rotation, internal rotation. I push my leg high. This is the level 1. Level 2, I go up and I do the same. It's more difficult. We have less mobility. And the level 3, you can use a band on the bench. You fix the band on the wall. Very easy. Tack. This position. You can use the roll to fix the knee, and you can do rotation like this. Internal rotation. Same exercise. You can increase the tension. You do that both legs. Okay. Now we'll do the opposite. The opposite, we need to stretch the anterofasciae like this, and push on the ground. I push my knee on the ground, and I push my hips on the work. Okay. Change. Okay. I can do some stretching too on my hips, moving inside. And now is the opposite. I use that or the roll. I can use the roll. I come at 90 degrees, and now I go up. Is the opposite. Okay. And last, you can use a midi band like this on your feet. You catch the rack to be straight. And now you do external rotation. 1, 2, and you come back. 1, 2, and you come back. And you do both legs. Okay. We have 2 seconds more. We need to stretch all the back, the glutes, and the hamstring. First exercise is stretching. I push my knee to the trunk. On the ground I stay straight. I do on the both sides. I do a yoga position, this position, and I push my head on the ground, leg straight, I push, 1, 2, 3, and come back, 1, 2, 3, and come back, I do 5 times, and after I go on the ground, on my legs, right down, okay. And now we can work to stretch. We have stretched the posterior part, and now we will strengthen the opposite part. We can use that. Up. This position. I go up, stay straight. 1, 2, 3, and I come back. 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3. Back. You can do on the ground too. This is the level 2, but you can do lying on the ground, doing the same exercise. The last part is the adductor part. We need to stretch the adductor part. This position, we go on the back, we push on the back, come back, we increase the amplitude. Can go on the back. We stretch the adductor. both sides. And after that, we can do exercise for strength, the opposite part, the glutes, this position. And we go up with the leg. 1, 2, 3, relax. The leg is not on this line with the knee, is a little bit on the back, okay? To have a better contraction of the glutes, medium glutes. I don't want to see that, okay? You need to maintain your hip position parallel to the ground. Last exercise you can do is with a band. If it's too difficult, you can go on the ground, you split your leg a little bit, and you go up. 1, 2, 3, you relax. This band is indispensable. You need to have. It's very important to have on the pool. These bands too. These bands are indispensable for the players. After you can have that to improve your recovery, your mobility. But simple thing is mini band, bands, roll. With that, you can do all the exercise and improve your mobility and your strength. And after that, you can buy a little bit more heavy band, more heavy mini bands, and use dumbbells or resistance, more resistance. But at the beginning is the stability, the mobility, and after increase the strength with your strength session. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you the best, and I'm impatient to see you on the national squad. Thank you.